Stop using the word southern. There is no south. Again, that's trickery, sorcery of the mouth.
Applicable.
Fuck's sake, Tavistock indeed. It's all about fucking mental twisting. Yeah, giving you a version of the truth and forcing it down your fucking throat. That's what you do, Rissler. I'm not intimidated by you. You can come over and see me anytime, man. When I do meet you, I might seek you out and knock you the fuck out. Or at least go down trying. Did you say you wanted to shag Princess Leia or something? It doesn't matter, man. Fuck you, man. Honestly. Brian, especially you, man. I wouldn't go to a doctor.
Why do you just continue?
Hey, let me say this. The oldest woman in the world said, what's the secret to her longevity? She said, you've been to a doctor once. In other words, she was from France. Keep the fuck away from doctors. And she said she had a knob of butter in her tea every morning. In other words, feed your brain, which is the fat of the land.
Well, maybe you could self-reflect. Maybe you could think to yourself, actually, he has a point. Maybe I should make a bit more of an effort. But all you ever do is, I knew what he was going to say, so I should be able to talk over him. I couldn't hear him clearly enough, so I should be able to talk over him. I was standing somewhere else, so I couldn't hear them, so I should be able to talk over him. There's never anything that actually, maybe I shouldn't have talked over him. It's always some reason why you should have taken priority.
Okay.
Anyway, I do not want to have this conversation any longer. It's gone on way too long.
Okay, let me just finish.
No point. You never listen. You don't care.
Yeah, I listened to everything you said. Let me respond with a final comment. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
Excellent. And hopefully then, Jem, you can bring it back to actually the point that you wanted discussed earlier on, and someone else took it in, but that's the nature of the forum, right? Here's my final comment on that one, Jem. Give me a few seconds here. Okay. Yeah, it's like if I throw a piece of bread out amongst the birds and they're hungry and expecting it. The bigger birds are going to make their way over the little birds, and the littler birds still. So yes, I think in a sense that this is the nature of this forum, but I'm not one of ye birds. I'm the one who's thrown the bread out to ye, and this is exactly the nature of this forum. Go ahead now. Thank you, Jem.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Anyway, as I was saying, Scott, we have these very, very low quality people running out.
Fuck's sake, Tavistock indeed. It's all about fucking mental twisting. Yeah, giving you a version of the truth and forcing it down your fucking throat. That's what you do, Rissler. I'm not intimidated by you. You can come over and see me anytime, man. When I do meet you, I might seek you out and knock you the fuck out. Or at least go down trying.
All right, you brought it up again. What is Tavistock? I tried to Google.
You don't know what Tavistock is. And Kool-Aid, you can't just Google Tavistock. Just Google it.
No,
they're the psychological manipulators of public perception. That's what Tavistock is.
Psychological manipulators of public perception.
Yes, the newsbenders. So look up Tavistock and look up the origins of Tavistock as well. Now, do you know anything about Edward Bernays? Do you know anything actually about the Netflix and who the CEO of Netflix is? Because I'll just tell you, it's a grandnephew of Edward Bernays, and this is all about propaganda. You know anything about propaganda? What about Mission Accomplished with George W. Bush? Remember that one? And then they just suddenly took it down. I have an idea what was happening there, and there's no mistakes in 9/11. We never get to see any mistakes, even though we can look at what's offered and say, man, that's a mad mistake, isn't it? But no, they already know. They're already fucking steps and steps ahead of us. Everything that they seemingly do wrong, like the moon landings, they're done wrong on purpose. Done wrong on purpose, man. As Elon Musk said, it has to be real. It looks so fake.
Okay, you managed to hit on another one I know. What do you think happened with the George Bush mission accomplished in the aircraft carrier?
Yeah. Remember the official story?
Seems to be doing whatever they want.
Okay, so here's the thing. Yes, he did do it in real life, and I do agree. But the point is, he did it in England, which he knows he has civil rights and protection. He wouldn't do that in...
Which he just did, you ignorant... No fucking idea whatsoever described.
We're going to be
No fucking idea whatsoever what it is, but it's just wrong.
All right, how about
You need to be outraged. There's some gay people out there and some foreign brown people. I'm outraged about it all, and children should be shielded from this.
Yeah,
It's retarded, idiotic, thinking.
You might have a big
Bigotry.
voice.
Just blatant bigotry.
We're not the only man with a fucking opinion here. Shut the fuck up.
Why do I have to shut up? Why can't I voice my opinion without you talking under me the whole time? Which you just did, you ignorant wanker.
This would never happen in real life. You get your head fucking busted immediately.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. You've said something fucking stupid, and now, because you can't defend it, you're going to threaten me with violence. Fuck off, you stupid cunt. You never ever, there's never ever going to be any kind of violent interaction between you and I. Never going to happen, and when you start pretending it is, you're just telling fairy tales, fantasizing like a cunt.
I never said there would be. You would never behave like this.
You sit here telling people they're perverse while you sit there fantasizing, while you sit there fantasizing about committing violent acts against people, and then you sit there telling people they're perverse. You're the fucking pervert, you freak.
And I would like to remind everybody that I would like to remind you
making fairy tales about fights you're gonna have, you dickhead.
Hey, Pete,
I would like to remind you, Pete, that we saw Jem act like this in real life.
But he's brave enough to do
Yeah,
it.
just threaten you again. You don't look like a cunt for doing it the second time. Honestly, you don't look like a retarded fool that's pretending he's going to have fights with people that he's never ever going to have. Fuck off, pussy. We can all sound fucking hard in a fantasy fight. Yeah, I'll kick your fucking head in, Pete.
Anyone.
Yeah, I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
I never said that. You know well enough you wouldn't behave like this face to face with anyone. That's on you, man.
So that's a threat. That means you wouldn't dare to do this, because if you did, I would commit acts of violence against you, which I'm now fantasizing about, you pervert. Fuck off.
Let's take it easy, ladies and gentlemen.
Soul on you. You're a burden to your own mother. You're a fucking burden to everybody you've ever come across. A burden, Pete.
I got the gist of what you're saying. Can I just ask how old you were?
I was about 12 or 13 when I first read this magazine. But it was only about 6 months ago I revisited it. I've always thought that I've never bought the conspiracy, never have. Everything that I've ever heard about a conspiracy, like the magic bullet, is just a load of shit. You know.
Did you not see the JFK movie?
Oh, he's going to cite the movie JFK. Fuck me, where they get the magic bullet wrong, where they don't show where the seat actually was. That they don't show that Kennedy was on further to the right.
Found out later on. We're talking about
a magic bullet. It is a bullet. What goes in a straight line? You're lying.
That's exactly what I asked you, as where do you stand now in it? But initially, if you watched the movie JFK, you would have been immersed within conspiracy.
No, I knew about it before I saw the movie, you dickhead.
Yeah, so what did you think when you saw the movie then?
I thought, what a load of shite this is.
At what age were you?
Well, when I saw the movie, whenever it came out, what, I would have been
1991,
20s, 30s, something like that.
1991.
20 then.
Excellent. So you knew everything then. You weren't fascinated by the movie itself. You already knew that it was a load of bollocks, and that was it. You were wise.
I knew every fucking shite bit what they came up with was a load of bollocks, yeah.
But the magic bullet theory is
no, it's a single bullet theory, because it isn't magic, is it, Pete? It isn't. It doesn't go in that place, does it, Pete? What it says on the movie. The chairs weren't where it's saying on the movie, weren't it, Pete?
Okay.
Kennedy was raised up and to the right, wasn't he, Pete?
Okay, one moment. You found that out later.
No. Address the magic bullet, Pete.
I am. Did you find out later on?
No, Pete. Address the magic bullet.
Or you knew it
in the movie. Did they show the correct position of the passenger and Kennedy?
Questions.
Was it Pete? No, you answer a question, you dickhead.
Was a deception.
Did they lie in the movie?
Did you find out later on?
Did they lie in the movie, Pete?
Can you stop doing this? I'd knock you
well, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. You're a lying cunt. You don't want to know anything. You cannot answer a simple question like that. You don't want to know.
So I just want
you
to find
know
out.
they lied in the movie.
You stop talking now,
but you won't
please.
address it. So
Okay,
fuck
thank
you,
you.
Pete. I'm done.
Right. All I wanted to ask him was, when did he come to realize that it was a lie? Was it later research, or was he not enthralled by the movie itself and the possibilities? That's all I want to ask him. And where is he now? He already answered where he's at now. Lee Harvey Oswald did it alone. Thank you very much. That's all I need to fucking.
Piece of shit has been sacked.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, the other one now. They've gone and got the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were both crap in my view anyway. Neither of them really knew what they were talking about.
What was wrong?
I don't know if you.
Well, the first one made lots of sexually inappropriate comments, and I think, there's like more than 50 people have complained about him.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think, was this even a bit of groping? Maybe I can't remember.
Yeah, it was a bit. It was a bit grabby.
Yeah,
No
and then the other one, I think he said something racist, doesn't he?
Yeah, he forgot. He thought he forgot he was on MasterChef and thought he was on Master Race.
Mackie, I put that podcast that Michael Marsh is guesting in on in the chat for you.
Thanks.
It's I don't know if you listen to Skeptocrat, but it's pretty good.
Yes, I subscribe.
Okay. They're great.
Yep. Jeez.
Heath is
It
very
was
tall.
protected for so long. It's like Philip Schofield or Jimmy Savile, if you want to put it to extremes.
goodness,
And
he was
remember, I'm
talking
not
the
just
entire
expressing
time.
my two thoughts here, Jem. I'm saying what
God.
the official sort of conspiracy pathway will lead down. But it's about protection ultimately, and who are in knowledge of greater crimes, and they protect it either out of fear or out of sort of
Does he know he was
cooperation
muted?
or amalgamation. Anyway,
Doesn't
go ahead.
matter.
Yeah, that was just a brief consideration. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get serious, man. Unless you want to get serious about physical science and black holes and Eris being a dwarf planet outside of Pluto's range. I mean, what do you want to talk about, Smacky? I mean, if you want to take Pete Shea on an arm wrestle, the least I'd expect is to be able to grasp your arm and have some sort of a fight. If you want to take me on a chess game, fine. If you want to take me on a pool game, at least we'll expect is a pool cue and a
I'll
game
just
of
ignore you.
balls. Well, that's okay then.
Yeah. Thank
I'm
you.
saying that. Am I extraneous? Jem, would you rather I wasn't here? I mean, I'm a flat earther and beyond. I think you'll agree, right?
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm a flat earther and beyond. Jin was on 24/7
Please try and have
today.
some etiquette. You know.
I know, but we were trying to get serious as well, as the end of the world is potentially nigh.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, it's been bugging me since yesterday, right? When Yui or Flig, as you guys know it.
Okay.
Shut up for a second, man. When Yui and Flig and Reno and I were talking about whether
Accessible or something. I'm sure. What's the character's name? You mentioned it. DJ, you mentioned it.
Yeah, I just saw that. She looks young.
Oh, you can't mention boobs now. But Lady J mentioned it in the first place, and I was talking to Patricia Steer and Antonio Suber
I
and
was
said
replying to a meme,
that she
but
never
yeah.
had any boobs to begin with.
But here's the main thing, everybody.
That's not my name.
Free Alu. Free Alu. Thank you.
Honestly,
Yes,
if you rejects can be here, I should be here.
How long has he been gone for?
By the way, Lemon Bird.
Pete says the N word like
I love
every other day.
Lemon Bird, by the way. Well, hang on, please.
Come on,
I love
Jem,
Lemon
it's been
Bird. I
enough.
told him many
It's
times.
been a month.
Lemon Bird is
I think we should ban him twice.
But you know, his Achilles heel was that he was a gay, but he was a Bible literalist.
Can we
He didn't get into
trade
heaven,
Pete for
but
Alu,
he knew
maybe?
He couldn't get into heaven as well. I already figured it out.
Yeah,
I
we
wonder
could
where
do a
you-
substitution.
I'm
Lady
sure
J,
he
you're
was
the
one of
one
those
that
types
mentioned
that
boobs.
thinks if you
You're the
don't
one that mentioned
act
boobs,
on
and when
it,
Pete
it's
Shea
fine.
mentioned boobs, then I'm
No,
suddenly the bad
I'd want
guy.
at least
That's terrible.
fucking Joby, Pete, and who else? Johnny gone. Nah, Johnny's all right.
Then there would be no content.
Red tape. There we go. Red tape will do it.
Ooh, Star Trek. What do you think about Captain Kirk versus Picard? I think Kirk could kick his ass.
Oh my god.
I think Luke
Here's the
Skywalker
main
would kick
thing,
the shit out of
everybody.
all of them.
We
Luke
need more
Skywalker was like a
feminism
little
in this
Yeah.
server.
bitch.
Luke Skywalker had a laser sword. He'd fuck those phasers
We
off.
need more feminism in this server. We need to castrate. We need
Hey, Maya,
to castrate
Luke
DJ.
Skywalker is Lucius Skywalker's the son, Maya. Don't you understand that everything is taken against our
Pete, I'm not
natural
talking
reality?
to you. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, but this guy Red Tape is talking about
Dude,
chicks with
Moya,
dicks.
you
Mate,
are
I'm
like
not
the
interested.
least entertaining member of the server, and the fact that
That's
Pete
okay,
pisses
shut
you
up,
off
bitch.
so much
Oh,
is like
hey,
insane to
Lady
me.
J, I have to defend Doc
I'm
Nips
just saying,
here.
like every
He's
time
the
you chime in,
second
it's like
most
something. Oh my god, like this guy's
You're
talking
an
again. But like
obnoxious little twat.
the most entertaining you are is when Pete is
Triggering.
absolutely
Suck
pissing
a
you off
dick.
by doing
Suck a
nothing.
bag of dicks.
I'll cry about it.
He's
You
mad.
do.
Lady J.
Hey, crime. Suck a
He's
bag of
mad.
dicks, you dick.
Oh,
Wow,
Lady
that's very
J.
creative. I think
Hey,
you should say it
Maya.
a few more times.
Yeah,
Suck a
just
bag of
bounce that
dicks.
bag of dicks
Suck
off
a
with your
bag of
tennis
dicks.
racket back
Suck
into
a
his
bag of
arsehole, Lady J.
Here's the main thing, everybody.
Hey, Lady J,
That's the
you should ask
Israel
Maya,
hate
man,
value.
Mr. Lips, where he got the bag of dicks to begin with to throw him at you.
Fact. Pete, I'm going to put you in a prison.
I told you there's only one Kid J, there's only one Jesse Dodo. Lady J, you should have said that. Where did you get those bag of dicks, Mr. Maya Hot Nips, man, to throw them at me in the first place? I'm a lady.
What?
Yeah, it's
Pete's
good listening
getting
to
worse.
Pete. Man, this is interesting.
Pete needs medication. Secondarily, we're going to castrate DJ. We're going to castrate Chris Berry and divorce him from his wife.
Do you think castrating him is really worth it? I mean, he's not going to get anybody to breed with him.
Yeah, but he can write poetry and be much better at bureaucracy.
Oh, you're okay.
Hey, Toby, there once was a eunuch for Limerick.
Down a little bit.
What else? Obama should be tried for war crimes. Bill Clinton is a rapist. Trump is a rapist.
No, it isn't. I know you weren't alive back then, Joey, so you don't know. I know that. Yeah. I also wasn't really alive.
What did I actually say?
Okay, when I mentioned the nature of this forum discussing conspiracies, you said you like to talk about real things, conspiracies included, but yet that are attached to reality.
Lies, complete lies.
Okay.
You know that's lies. I've just been through it again, Pete. What were the actual words I said? I said them 3 times for you. What were the words? That you're trying to turn into, oh, you actually want to talk about current affairs, and if a conspiracy pops up every now and then, that's okay. Which is what you're trying to turn it into. You liar! Now, what were my words?
Did you say you wanted to shag Princess Leia or something?
You see, again, the tactic again. I'll just say some random stupid shit because I know I've lied. I know I've lied 5 times. I can't lie again. I'm just gonna, I'll just say something about Princess Leia. Another tactic. What were my words?
Okay. Okay, fuck you. I don't listen fucking religiously to your words. Shove them up your arse, little small man.
Right, I'll say them again. Oh, yeah, you little small man. Yeah. Fucking cunt, liar, dishonest wanker. Can't support a position without resorting to personal attacks. You're pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I'm happy to talk about conspiracy theories. I enjoy talking about conspiracy theories. Repeat those words back to me, Pete, so we've agreed that I've said them.
Okay. You enjoy talking about conspiracy theories. Tell us what you think about 9/11 conspiracy.
Why?
Well, only because people will say that there was no plane crash into the Pentagon, stupid, a little hole, it was a missile or a Shanksville, or how did any of the towers come down? Yeah, so tell us what you think about the conspiracies that you're willing to talk about. won't do it, will you?
So what we're suggesting now, Jem never talks about conspiracies. Really?
No.
That's the stupid shit we're trying to put out there now, is it? Okay, let's do that. See how
really.
Go ahead. See how well you can make that stick.
Okay, I will. Of anyone on Earth, or at least in this forum, you spend the most time considering alternative fucking theories or conspiracies because you do a bi-weekly show over the course of years, which are brilliant shows. No one's going to take that away from you. But the point is that when it comes to your own true personal opinion, you can't represent the flat Earth. You can't represent Sandy Hook fakery conspiracy or moon landing conspiracy. You can represent the official side that everyone that you invite in here is already left behind.
I could easily tell you every moon landing argument that there is. I could do a fair number of Sandy Hook ones and probably most of the 9/11 ones.
Okay,
Easily.
be a flat earther, Jem. Be a flat earther. Give us the best 5 points that a flat earther will offer up as a consideration.
Why? Why? This is just
my mother now. We can't do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but what can't be done here, Pete, is the completion of the conversation that we were actually having that I got mad about because you and Rob copped out a bit with fantastical nonsense.
Yeah. Hey,
not true. Not true at all.
Why is Keir
Starmer
Starmer sending abroad 35,000 as he told Donald Trump? If it's not a problem.
Man.
Nobody said it isn't a problem. I think it is a problem.
What is he doing?
I don't think the problem is dealt with through racial hatred. I don't think that solves the problem.
How do you know?
I think that's just for the proles. It's bread and circuses for the proles. And you guys are the proles.
Start shaking about like getting excited.
You don't know that though. That's the thing.
Well, that's how it looks.
Well, obviously you're wearing Wokabaloo goggles.
Because, if you go on YouTube or TikTok or any of these or Twitter and you see what these people have to say, they say stupid things that thick people say. They don't make reasoned arguments about immigration. They talk about starting a civil war and overthrowing the government in 2 weeks, and
so is the left.
Just nonsense.
The left.
If you have square root of 2, that is the square root of a long range of fucking shit of numbers. And
it's a what?
Long fucking root of numbers.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Oh, so are you saying I'm wrong about that?
No one understands you, Johnny. Fucking gibberish.
What's the square root of 3?
What do you think it is, Johnny?
No, I'm asking you. It has to start from something, and then it will go.
It's not a whole number, though, is it, Johnny? So
exactly that I'm telling you. Therefore, I'm right, and then blowing you out.
Sorry. Why? 1 point. I think 1.6.
It's 1.7.
1.7 something.
3.33.33.33. It's 33.
Wow.
33.
Is that what it is?
That's not what the square root of.
So the square root of 3 is 3.33.33.33.
Okay, there's no point. It's just 3.
No, it's not, Johnny.
Yes, it is.
You've got a calculator there, Johnny.
I'm not using calculator. I'm not trying to, but you are trying to. Oh, you're trying to got your question to Johnny? The jazz pianist, the best fucking jazz pianist in the world? Are you trying to take Johnny down with a fucking gotcha question and a math question?
Johnny.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, Johnny, get a calculator for God's sake.
Somebody coming over?
Somebody muted me, absolutely. Somebody set on the mute button. That was absolutely clear.
Yeah, I muted you. Go and get a calculator. The
So
square
she's
root of
coming
3.
tonight, and they so much didn't want to drive with her.
Yeah, what did you put on the mood button?
I thought she was coming tomorrow. And they didn't.
Are you so fucking special? You think you can do what the fuck you want? Is that you're saying? You are disgusting. And if you put on the fucking this again,
Johnny,
then you're putting against yourself.
No, I'm not. By muting you, I'm not mute. By definition, I'm not muting myself, Johnny.
Of course. Yeah. You're taking the freedom of from yourself.
Yeah, but Johnny,
because they can be used
because
they can be used against yourself. It can be used against you.
Well, close the thing.
So, if you get a calculator, Johnny, the square root of 3 is not 3.33.33.
Yes, 3. That's the problem with the 9.
Oh.
Like not the blue box stuff, just the garbage.
Well, I only left one garbage.
Chucky, you're hot miking.
And also, and if you know what the pi is, it's a 3.14 or something, and then it's endless. It will always be like that. So
it's like you, Johnny. It's irrational.
Yeah, what we're talking about. But is it linear or do you have a slope? That's also the question.
It's not a function. It's a fucking number.
Just
but where's the slope? There's no slope there. It's just
God,
linear.
Oh,
really? Oh, really? Yeah, it is absolutely linear that we are talking about. You're not talking about the slope because you don't understand that. It's under your understanding. You are under the understanding that overstanding maybe.
Johnny, there isn't a person in here that knows you don't know fuck all about math.
Pazza, are we there yet?
What a muty time.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he'd be asleep, actually. I went away and I thought, fuck me, when he come back, he's still alive.
He did. He went away for a little bit, but then...
I'm thinking about it. I don't know who is more sexy voice. Rocket Science Pazza. I think Pazza.
I vote Pazza.
Yeah.
I vote Pazza.
Let's see if we can keep it going without... Let's see if we can get some traction going without him.
All right, somebody better start talking about something, or Paz will unmute him if he in a little bit.
I have something to say. That's on you because you think
it's on
you can
me?
say something that I am saying will help you to make you better, right?
You're gonna
Have you
help
something?
me?
Have you something
You're
on
gonna
your
give
own?
me more
Have you something on your own to say? Something.
Really? I do.
Something that you can say. What's about you? Okay, you're not able to do it.
Drink
you are
every
lost
day.
and you
I'm
are
gonna
out of a
stumble
fucking shit.
into Discord at 10 p.m. drunk off my gourd. Gonna keep drinking all the time. It's Thursday. I drunk. I can't talk on Discord. Oh, really?
I'm so happy you told me it's day.
It's Thursday.
Yeah, I'm so
Johnny,
happy.
what time is it there for you right now? Is it like 10 or 11 there?
So everybody's happy now. We know which day it is. So
is it like 10:30 there?
The big final is tomorrow.
What time is it, Johnny?
It's Friday.
Johnny, what time is it?
What time is it?
Yeah, what time it is?
Yeah, it's 11:30.
Oh, I was close. I knew it was 10 or 11-ish.
Yeah, but what's the time? What's your time?
You're drunk as shit.
No.
At 11:30 p.m.
No, fuck
on
off.
a Thursday.
What's your fucking time? Say me again.
You're drunk as shit at 11:30 p.m. on a Thursday. It's a weekday tomorrow, Johnny. Why are you plastered every day?
I can do what the fuck I want. I'm reading, and I'm reading in the night. I have take a red wine and I have a typewriter, and I'm reading the script.
You're writing?
Happy birthday to America.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
4th of July. I fucking love it.
4th of July. Dude, I have so much to be grateful for this 4th of July. America finally feels like it's like getting back to being the America I knew in like the 2000s, the early 2000s.
Early 2000 was just because 2001 was
we can say retarded again. We can say retarded again out loud. We're deporting Mexicans. We're literally setting up like little holding cells for them. We're giving it
Do you know the Israeli was behind the 9/11 and it was to make the war and
Actually, it was Mexico that was behind 9/11.
No, it was the Israeli.
Yeah. No, it was the Mexicans.
No, the Israeli was making it happening, but the America wanted the fucking Marmongers, the fucking neocons. They want war. And there's a lot of donors, and they want war also because they will make some more money and money laundering and some activity for them.
I love money.
Shit.
I fucking love money.
Who doesn't?
Communists sometimes.
But you have to. You cannot lie to me. Just say yes.
And then,
you're right.
and then, like poor people who want to cope and say that money doesn't buy happiness.
No, it doesn't really. The happiness is kind of inside, not outside.
Money is quite literally the only thing that does buy happiness.
Yeah, but the money is outside. It's the outside factor, but the inside factor. That's all matter. So I'm right again, and I will always win. And you can try to win me, but it's impossible. You cannot win against the truth.
I told the doctor that there's a connection between, and this is genuine true story. My leg twisted, and I could tell the circumstances, but there was a build-up. I told him there was a connection between whatever was building up causing pressure in my stump and my leg and my arsehole. But now I'm about 99% healed, only because I have out of my anus blood clots as it has healed or cleared the pathway from the build-up because of what happened to me as I twisted my.
Okay.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit. So it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
I don't... actually, can I ask you this? Did Liverpool win the double this year?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
Do we know his cause of death?
I don't know anything about that, to be
He was in
honest.
the crash, just so far, car crash.
I'm
guessing he got burnt up, to be honest, from what I've heard. Him and his brother.
Let me answer you, Risla. I don't know anything about that, but I heard something briefly about that. Some star from the Liverpool football team. I suspected. I know they won something. I would know they won something.
No,
this
absolutely
year.
not.
One second, man. Can I? Yeah, I did in my own brain suspect some sort of fakery. So I must look into it a little bit more and get back to you tomorrow, man. Let you know my initial impressions regarding the story, the times, the name, the etc. So yeah, I don't know.
Pete, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know it's all fake. So just say it's all fake, because that's what you're gonna come back with. You know, he faked his death. You know, I know the whole deal.
Well, Dolores O'Riordan faked her death. Elvis Presley faked his death. Jimi Hendrix faked his death. Kurt
See, there you
Cobain
go.
faked his
There you
death.
go.
Michael Jackson faked his death. I mean, I'm either crazy now or else all these people really faked their death and they're actors on a greater fucking theatrical stage.
Yep, it's all fake.
Yeah, but you see, you can't just hang this on me because I'm not the one who's the first to
Pete,
suggest.
do you think it's a coincidence that? Do you think it's a coincidence that he wore the number 20 and Liverpool just won their 20th title?
Well, see, that would be a clue for me now as I look into it to suggest that it was some sort of a fake death. That would be a clue for me. That's what I'd be exactly what I'm looking for. Because see, you will write off.
Say that in front of his parents and his grieving wife.
One second, bud. You will write off coincidences like that. I will be considering whether the thing is real or not. I don't know the guy. It's nothing to me. If the guy is dead, he's fucking dead. Nothing to me. If you're asking me to try riddle out a puzzle, then I will give you my.
Why would you even start to think that it could be a hoax?
So let me tell you this, Dan.
People die all the time, right, Pete?
Okay,
Accidents happen all the time, right?
Okay, one moment. Listen to me now.
I've asked
you're
you
after,
a question, Pete.
Yeah. You have to set me up here now because if
No,
I
no.
suggest-
I'm just wondering why you go
Stop
automatically to a hoax.
Stop talking, man.
Don't fucking demand I stop talking, you prick.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Some little fucking shit that you could buy vodka for and tell to shut up.
Nastiness coming
idiot.
out now. Go on, Rissler. Go on, Rissler. Spew out all the fucking badness
Fucking
to your
cunts
heart.
of a man.
Oh, all he's doing,
Coward.
he's trying to set me
Let's
up.
try and keep it on the rails.
Yeah, but he's trying to set me up, Jem.
Well,
So if I
stop
come
telling
back
me to
with-
shut the fuck up then.
So he asked me.
Answer the
I didn't-
question. Why'd you go straight to that? Accidents
Man,
happen all the time, Pete.
you were
Car
here-
crashes
if
happen
you
all
were
the
here before
time.
me, I'd knock you out because you're an ignorant.
Oh,
fella.
shut
All
up and answer the
please don't do
question.
this, Pete. Come on.
Jen, I'm trying to answer. He's trying to set
Right,
me up.
let him answer it, please.
Right. So if I come back with a possible fakery suggestion, he's going to fucking say, "What about the parents? What about?" So he's setting me up with a scenario that I don't know anything about, but yet he already knows my automatic suggestion or what I'll be leaning towards. He's setting me up for a fall. Excellent. I don't care about
Who were in the
victims,
coffins that got
family.
paraded through his
What a
hometown?
coward. What a coward.
Were there
We're all the
anybody's in there?
We're all the graveyards, yeah. We're all the. I'll tell you something. All the corpses are put into they're repurposed. That's
Oh,
what all the
now
dead
it's
are
off into
done.
La La Land.
No, you're a liar, man. You're a coward. You haven't shown your face, given your name. You're a coward. That's what you are. And I'll fight you for it. I'll give you my address already, man. I'm not going to say that, Jem.
Oh,
in any
shut
way.
up, Pete.
Right.
Shut up.
So immediately when the 2020 came in, I'd be looking for coincidences or names. I'd already said that times, which might lead to the possibility that we're dealing with a coincidental sort of fake exit stage left. Rissler already fucking.
What's more likely?
What about the parents?
What's more likely?
Excuse me.
He had a crash in his Lamborghini when he had a blowout, and both him and his brother burnt to death in the wreckage.
Yeah, you haven't had a blowout in fucking years.
Why don't
man.
you shut up when other people are talking?
You have no friends, man. Who the fuck are you?
Stop, Pete. You've been told to stop. I've stopped. Don't get fucking personal.
I don't give a fuck about it. Who told me? No one told me to stop. Shut the fuck up, you. You're the one that presented the scenario for me. So therefore, you already have a conclusion. So if I come to a different conclusion based on the new knowledge I find,
is it more than likely
can you
that
shut?
he died in a car crash as reported?
Panda, can you shut this guy up, please? Can you make this guy?
Please, Rizzler, please just let him.
What? Let him what, Pete? Jem? Let him
Waffle
what?
on. Let him finish.
Finish what?
Finish
Calling me a
talking.
cunt.
Yeah. He presented a scenario to me, Jem. He knew that I will take it down the fakery pathway, and automatically, before I got anywhere, he's going to condemn me because what about the parents? What about the
You've
child?
said all this. You've
Okay,
said.
I'm done.
Well, let him finish, Jem. Let him finish, Jem. Jem, let him finish.
I'll see you later, Jem.
Yeah. Hypocrite.
Okay, what we should do, everybody talk at the same fucking time. Rizzler thinks it'll be a better way of doing it. Fucking dickhead. You cunt. Stay fucking muted now, you wank.
Oh, that spiraled out of control quickly.
No need for any of that.
So it's just weird how you guys get
made it bigger than life. Because that became part of the addiction to it for us. For someone like Jaron or myself, it was pretty easy to jump in as a flat earther and get the ball rolling, you know? But it's definitely like tic-tac-toe. If you guys get off first, you're gonna win. If you're asking the questions. If we got off first, we're gonna win because we're asking questions. So unfortunately, we won a lot of arguments that didn't make the earth.
What arguments do you think you won?
Most arguments because we're better at arguing.
Give me an example. What argument do you think won?
Well, when people come up to me face to face, historically, what they say, haven't you ever been in an airplane? Thinking that they can see the curvature of the earth from an airplane. Yet they don't, and they can't. So this is a common fallacy, a common argument that gave me fuel because I knew that people believed what they believed. Whether it were true or not was now going to be something else.
But that's somebody just making an argument without understanding the topic of the
exactly. That's
subject.
why,
but that doesn't make it a win.
Doesn't make it a
win. That's like saying I win because I take the sweet from a baby.
Your definitions of that I don't find valid. Since I lined up for people one after another, and they're coming at me, that's hardly me going and taking it from anyone. They're coming at me. And that is the other thing that was interesting. By wearing a lab coat representing amateur scientists, they were gravitated to that. Like the subconscious psychological lab coat is really weird and powerful.
That's just social engineering. That's a well understood phenomena. But again,
right, wait, no, slow down. That's everything, though. That's what your point is about people that are illogical. It's what my point is about injustice. Unfortunately, I'm wrong about flat Earth, but I bet you and I agree on about everything else. You know what I mean? In terms of what is true, what isn't, what is provable, what isn't. Because you don't hear me making any claims I've done. Or, we definitely see too far.
What do you mean we definitely see too far?
Well, when Nat Geo, for instance, lies because the evidence isn't there, it was fuel for us. It was like, oh my God.
I don't care what Nat Geo did.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Our conversation is fizzling now because now it's about what you care about. And that's too far, dude. I've been listening to what you think about for about 40 minutes. So the fact that you don't care about Nat Geo, I can't help that.
No, Dan, what I care about are actual measurements.
Exactly. So when demonstrated here, you don't care about them. You just said that. It's not like you're bringing it up. It's not like you're explaining it.
No, Dan, the point is that regardless of what Nat Geo did wrong,
it didn't make the Earth flat. You're right. I told you we can
exactly.
Agree on.
But yes, right. And the point is that with everything else, to concentrate on where a TV program did something a bit sketchy is fucking irrelevant against all the other information that we have.
You're pretending that I don't have data sheets from the over 35 times we went out to double check that shit.
Yeah, speaking of data sheets, Dan, when are we ever going to see those?
Well, you've seen everything I have, dipshit.
No, I've been asking for this data for years.
So it must be time for me to go because you want to play dipshit now. So I'm just going to smoke a little ball.
You have never shared it.
I'm going to see if you're still in inhumane mode. And if you are, I'll split, dude.
The problem is, Dan, though, that you did make the claim that you would share all the information. And while you have shown a very limited section of that information, the original claim was, I'll share it all.
Well, of course, you're pretending that I have kept something from you. You're harping as if I had. You don't know. You wouldn't know if I made shit up and said I finally had it. Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, and shut the fuck up.
And that's the problem, Dan. There was too much shit made up that unless something's actually presented, we will keep asking for it because it's just a bullshit claim with nothing to back it up.
That's not true. It's all fucking documented. Fucking cunt. You're a cunt.
Well, then
You're a
show
cunt.
the spreadsheet.
You're a cunt. I have it all. I've shown it all. You're a cunt. You're pretending now. This is what makes you a cunt. You've been fine up until now. Now you're just a cunt. Stop pretending that I haven't shown you things. Stop pretending you have answers.
All you've shown at best is a screenshot of a spreadsheet. That's all you've shown.
You're all done now.
I know because I have I saved what you have
so
shared.
You're all done. How does it feel?
I feel nothing. I'm just asking you, when are you ever going to actually step up to the plate and deliver what you said you're going to deliver?
As I click the button, good night, Larry. Good night, Chris. You'll have to find something to talk about.
Why is your voice quivering?
And you'll have to listen to that guy bitch about whatever you say. So you enjoy that. Good night, okay?
Hey, such a crybaby.
Yeah, that usually triggers them.
Why didn't you put in the? Am I going to get banned for an hour again by just repeating what I said before that gif? But okay, see, man,
Pete,
I feel fucking embarrassed.
Let me ask you a
saying
personal
even the
question.
N-word.
You mind? You mind if I ask you a personal question?
I don't mind.
Do you live around any black folk?
Not really, but at the same time, no, not really.
When you go into town, do you see black folk?
Yes, they're actually. Well, Ireland has changed in the last post-COVID. It's full of black and brown folk. Or stuff like
You
that.
think that's a good thing, right? That some culture, little different
It's only a
cultures
good
here or
thing.
there, right?
Yeah, it's only a good thing if everything changes, and it lets us know that we're all of the
And
same
I become
kind,
the fucking enemy.
And all the truth is revealed to us. Otherwise, it's a contrived plot of the enemy, which is to dilute and confuse and oppress and antagonize.
So a natural
the basic
mixing is fine, right?
No. This is a what's going on now is a deliberate
Right, that's what I'm saying. But a natural mixing, if let's say,
absolutely,
let's say my wife's family decided to move to Ireland because they just want to get out of America and they want to live a country life and somewhere out in the damn in farm or something like that. You know what I mean? And they move to Ireland. I mean, that's natural, right?
No, natural would be our understanding, our connection to the highest power, and also we live on a stationary, flat, extended surface. That would be a natural.
I'm talking about people's ability to move around this rock that we live on, right?
Yeah, sure. We all have the ability. What limits us is our passport. You're now a goods. You're viewed as a dead thing. A precious package worth something, in terms of your life motivation.
Do you think I should be able to visit Ireland on vacation?
Absolutely, you should. If you had a plane right now, you have the right, actually, if you forego all of the fucking stupid nonsense legal stuff, you have the right to fly in your plane and land, I guess where we could find a convenient local spot and say, how you doing, Pete? I say, well, I'm Flamingo Boot, let me fucking buy you a tree.
What if
Typically.
me and my wife visited Munster and we loved it so much we decided to stay? Should I have the right to be able to do that and apply for citizenship? And even though I'm not technically, I'm only there on temporary status because I'm on vacation. Should I
No,
be
you shouldn't
allowed to
have.
stay and fight for my citizenship?
No, under the
So
current
I should
system,
have
no.
to go back to America and then apply for citizenship.
Yeah, but that's under
and
the
then when
current
I get it
system.
moved to,
But that's under the current system, which is all fraudulent. Under natural conditions, absolutely, you could. But what currency would you use then? You see, what is valuable here?
I
What's
would
valuable
obviously
there?
use the Irish currency, right? I wouldn't
But
I
that's
would
fraudulent
have to
as well,
change it because
man.
I would have to open a bank account. I'd get a job and my
No,
checks would be deposited and I would be using
no,
Irish.
it couldn't
I
work.
would just be swiping my card, right? So it would
No, that
technically
couldn't
be
work.
Irish currency, right?
No, that couldn't
I mean,
work. And that's
obviously, I
actually the
would
way.
bring my American
Yeah.
currency
No,
with
no,
me,
no. One
right?
second, man. That's fair enough, but that couldn't work, and that's actually the way it is working at the minute. Is where they've allowed foreign investment on the Irish sovereign soil. They sold out government because it's all for commercial purposes. But remember this: you are the king of your own land, but you decide where you're from. What's the boundaries of your own kingship, man? Tell me that.
Well, let's say
Tell me
this.
that.
Let's say this though. Let's say I want to remain a dual citizen and live in America, but I want to open a
What does that
farmers
mean, though?
market. I want to open a farmers market in Ireland because I own a piece of property in Ireland and I just grow tomatoes and potatoes and eggplants and shit. Who the fuck knows what I can grow there, right? But then I open a farmers market, but I don't technically live there, and I pay people to run that farmers market for me. That's foreign investment, right?
Right. But what you got to do then is have a specific arrangement with an honest government or me myself and say, okay, if you're going to profit from the use of my natural resources, then we'll come up with some sort of an arrangement. So yes, the government here is supposed to be the intermediary, the servant to the people, but they sell out to international corporations, which what you would be. So you actually have the perfect entitlement legally to do that, but there'll be no return for the people. There'll only be return for the politicians in the government, and that's exactly the way it works in your own government as well. Because the government has sold out the people. Because, Flamingo, I have to say this to you. You're a ball earther for years on end. You believe the official narrative of the nature of the earth, the development, the evolution of the earth, and all life on earth. That's on you, bud. If you think you have some numbers on your bank balance or pieces of paper that represents that true value, man, no, you can't buy anything with dollars. You can't buy anything or own anything with euros or pounds. That's not the currency the elite deal in. Did you ever watch the movie John Wick? Shit.
I buy a lot of shit.
No,
with my
because
dollars.
I'm opposed to gun violence.
Yeah, but
I buy a lot of stuff with my U.S. dollars. I don't know what you're talking about.
and everything you own is under your legal name. The only thing that's not under your legal name is your own possession, which is your own material body or encompassment. So everything else is you dealing in a corporate sense in terms of that you are the corporate fiction. You are dealing in a dead currency. That's the whole point about all of this.
What are you, a friggin' sovereign citizen or something?
Who's that? That's either Jake on the plane or no tanks.
Oh, it's
Hope
me.
it's not no tanks. Hello, Jake, sovereign citizen. Okay, Jake, can you tell me, people who have been inundating Ireland and England post-COVID, are they dual citizens now? What about some of the people who are running America? Is there not some dual citizens, Israeli and American citizens? What does it mean to be a citizen? And how can I be two citizens but one man?
Well, you're not a British citizen, that's for sure.
Well, PJ is who PJ is, right? I am that I am.
You're an Irish citizen, not a British citizen.
What does that mean, though?
It means you're not a dual citizen.
I know that, but what does it mean to be a citizen? You said sovereign. So can you tell me what it means to be sovereign?
No,
and
you
which came
said
first?
sovereign.
Hang on.
You
Which
are-
came first, the sovereign or the citizen?
You were blabbling on about your body, corporation. That's a typical sovereign citizen bullshit.
Okay. Yeah, can you not do this, man?
I think you should move to Northern Ireland so you can be part of the UK.
I'm the king of era, man. I'm the king of era. And just to tell you seriously, it's not about material possessions, but a king is defined by his boundaries. Ireland is an island.
No shit.
That's era. Hang on. Ireland is ire, right? Angry. So that's why we have the north-south divide. It's all symbolic. But here's the thing. If someone asked me, well, I respect your right to kingship, can you show me some sort of representation of your boundaries? I would say, show me a flat earth map. Because the minute you say, show me a globe earth, and I say, well, that's Ireland there, where New Zealand is antipodal, the elite, and God is going to laugh at you. Because that is a fucking, doesn't amount to hill of beans, because there's no place in reality. Right, fake on the plane.
What kind of drugs are you on, dude?
Just I'll have a little bit of lemon haze, which is weed, and also drinking cans of Carling.
I think you
Just
should
a
lay
sort
off.
of it's a nice beer. It's a nice beer. Budweiser is piss compared to Carling. But of course, it's all detrimental to our greater system. We don't need that. Yeah. Can you tell me what it means to be sovereign? Do you tell your children they're sovereign, Jake?
Who the fuck is Jake?
Oh, hang on. Are you? I'd be more pissed off if you're not Jake.
You should lay off the weed, buddy.
Yeah, but you're either no thanks. If you're no thanks, I'm going to be so pissed off at you, dickhead.
I don't even. No thank you.
Isn't it? What do you know about Jem Panda's life circumstances? Rezzoffski's life circumstances? Anyone else you speak to here?
All right, you want to get back into Sabine mode, man? Let's start talking shit about idiot scientists and stuff, man. Let's twist it over there.
Well, if you want to, Don, but ultimately, this is where Mr. Jones comes in again. The penis rocket. You can't say fucking SpaceX without saying space fucking sex. What did you say there? SpaceX or SpaceX? I said fucking SpaceX. What do you mean? What did you say? I said SpaceX. I'll say it 3 times to make it clear. SpaceX, SpaceX, SpaceX. What did you say? I said SpaceX. No, you didn't. I heard SpaceX. I could go on like that forever. Can you imagine that?
Okay. I think I'm lagging terrible.
That's what you said last night. That's just a joke, man, because SpaceX and SpaceX are intimately connected, purposefully. So one person will hear SpaceX, the other person will hear SpaceX.
Pete, 10 years ago.
The other person will connect Christmas to Xmas.
Yeah. Pete, 10 years ago when you dropped Steven and picked up Flat Earth, what was the cause of that? Like, what happened in your life when you decided to go with Flat Earth conspiracy? What trauma affected?
Not Flat Earth so much. The legal name conspiracy, definitely.
So you were a conspiracy guy
every time I picked Steve up out of school, I asked him, how'd you get on the slave farm? Didn't go down too well with the institution.
Oh, so you just didn't really didn't really do the right thing. You just thought you could
but I wasn't. You mistake me for being married. I wasn't married at the time.
Yeah, so you spoke like an adult. He was a child, and you thought you could just say the crazy shit to him. He would be able to comprehend that and break that down and absorb it and understand what you're saying. That his dad's crazy. He thought that he was okay. He thought that was okay with you. Yeah, let me tell my 8-year-old kid all about the world, how shitty it is, how my crazy conspiracy is. That's a good idea,
what are you
right?
going to do? Are you not? Can you go on camera when you're talking to me about personal things? First of all, what are you going to do? You do tell your child.
What are you going to do, Pete?
You tell your wife that you're on a fucking globe earth. Does your wife believe you? Does your wife believe you? Because fucking cockroaches Jim says that I'm on a surface of 2 million miles an hour.
Please just calm down.
Yeah, but does he, Jim? He's asking me questions. How fucking honest is he when he's nearest and dearest? I don't mean shit to him. But his loved ones, his wife, his family do. What do you tell them, Rob? That Peach is another guy, Rob, cocknotches from Detroit. I'm telling the truth. You're moving on a surface 2 million miles an hour, and people in Australia.
Why are you talking like this? Why? Why is it like this? Why?
I tell him, Pete, that
was for dramatic effect to Rob. Is that what he's
get out of our country, go back to your country.
Is that what he's telling his wife and children after he gets off talking to me? and says, "Oh, Pete is wrong." He says that people in Australia are pointing the same direction as I am, and we're still.
No.
But he's
Can
a
I
nutter.
reply?
Everything he
Can I
says,
reply?
you can rule out, dear, because I love you.
Can I reply? Can I reply, dude? My wife is like a college educated person. She literally laughs at the fact that these people, you people, even exist. She thinks it's crazy, but we're guys, and that's what guys do. Guys
No,
do things like this, so she understands.
You asked me
She calls it
questions
the
about
boys'
my
room.
familiar situation, Rob.
Did
We know each
college
other
teach her
long enough
consistent
time.
morals, Robert?
Well, one
Yeah, my
second,
wife-
Don. We know each other long enough time. Hey, Rob,
So you
are
think-
you going to insist
but
that
I'm grilling
your
him.
position is correct? So everything that PJ says is necessarily lunatic because he begins his talk on a satiate, flattered surface.
Yeah, so but what I was saying, Pete, was like I've been a conspiracy guy since like I was like 92, like a long time ago, man. Like when I was a little kid, I've always been. But the one thing I never did was let internet conspiracies or non-internet conspiracies even that affect like the way I'm going to do business in my real life. And I think that's where like it overtook your real life. It's not good, unhealthy.
So is your wife's laughter a defense mechanism, or is she just evilly moral?
What do you mean? There's no. Yeah, it's very moral.
Good to laugh.
It's
You
very
think good
moral.
people
It's
laugh
very
at other
moral.
people? You think that that's what good people
Yeah,
do
it
to
is.
laugh at them?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell explain to you right now because it's good to laugh at people who are purposely pig ignorant. Yeah, it's definitely fun.
Did your wife take the vaccination,
I
Rob?
don't.
I know
don't
you took
think
the
that
vaccination.
seems
Rob. Did your wife
selfish. You're
take
not
it?
helping anybody. So for the moral compass, Rob, cooperation is good. Selfishness is evil. It's a simple moral compass. So you just described a selfish behavior, sir.
No, I didn't. What you're bringing up is the fact that these are internet people on the
But
internet.
thank you, Don. One second,
Hold
Rob.
on,
More
hold
so.
on, I was right in the middle of talking. And the one thing that these people do is have no morals. They have no basis of anything moralistic at all. They make up their own shit just to try to fucking do something.
Right.
So
Well, I would put it. It's a
But you
defense
did ask.
mechanism.
Okay, one second, Don. He did ask me a question about my own Stephen and the circumstances around our 10-year-long departure. I started with a little bit of detail, but when I asked you a specific question, Rob, because I know you for a long time, do you tell your children that they live on a spinning ball earth and people like Piche are absolutely crazy when you hear any of their thoughts and notions, you can rule them out immediately? And do they go, yes, Dad, or yes, my husband, I love you, and laugh along?
Yeah, so let me answer. No, I don't tell my kids that because my kids already know. My son laughs at you too. He's 11. So yeah, everybody knows the girls.
Sorry for your children, Dan. And I will say this. If you have one of your children laughing at me, I would rather never see my son again than have such a false relationship than you have with your son. That's from my own impression.
Oh, yeah.
I have to say
Yeah.
that because you're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong on the ball earth thing. You're absolutely wrong on the JFK thing. You're absolutely wrong on the fucking moon landing thing. You're absolutely wrong on the fucking Columbine thing and the 9/11 thing. I could go on and on and on.
Now you're just throwing everything in a salad. Now you're just throwing everything in a
that's all
salad.
way more important than having a relationship with your son.
Yeah. You're just throwing everything. We're talking about flat earth, dude. Now you just threw everything in a salad. You said, fuck it, we're just dumping the whole bag in there. No. Now, all that shit is separate, and all that shit has nothing to do with what we're talking about the flat earth. And yeah, everybody knows that the earth
Let me tell you something. It's actually, I don't mean to make you cry here, but you brought it up, Rob. You brought it up, Rob. You brought it up, Rob. But it just indicates, I think my own character in a sense, especially in this conspiracy circle.
You have no character.
I love my son.
You're a
I
lunatic.
wanted nothing but the truth for my son. He's brought up in a Catholic surrounding environment. Anyway, when it came to 9/11, when my son was about 7, possibly 8 years of age, I sat my son down. It's a true story. Rob, can you go on mute for a moment to hear what I have to say? Because there's a two-part to this, right? But when he was about 8 years of age, a true story, I sat him down and we looked at the computer. I showed him people jumping from the Twin Towers. Now, you have to understand, I have my own specific relationship with my son. I never held anything back from him. I told him the basic facts of life as he was growing up.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You lied to him.
Please. I am pleased. So you have to understand
the ramblings of a madman.
I was a loving father and a truthful father. Anyway, the point about 9/11, I showed him the people jumping from 9/11, and I said, my son, as he was sitting in my lap,
How old was he?
I have to show you this.
For God's sake. How many times are you going to interrupt?
Rob, is there a fucking point to this story?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Get on with it, Pete.
Then please,
Thank you,
by
Jack.
God, get to it.
Yeah, thank you, Jem. The point, I remember there's a second part to this. The point was that when I was in a 9/11 efficient story mode, a modulation, I showed him that and I told him, son, this does not represent the vast majority of the human emotion or condition in life. This is an extreme condition, but these are the real things. So in other words, preparing my son for the reality that's to come. Jem, Panda, when I fucking found out that 9/11 was fake, what do you think I should have done to my son? I did what a man would do and say, son, I was wrong. It was all fake, I was fooled. And that's what I did.
Okay, so explain about the values of human behavior to an 8-year-old.
You should have to have three daughters for every son that you have. Prove me wrong.
This guy gets it, dude.
John, I miss my daughter very much. The thoughts of a daughter. I never had one. But the point about my own version of journey to truth, when I realized that 9/11 was a fake scenario, I had to sit down and tell my son, I
said this already.
He remembered it, but I was wrong about it. And then we investigated fakery beyond that. Shit.
You said this already, and I think the other guys replied the same answer I was going to give you. Why are you exposing an 8-year-old child? Oh my God, Pete, shut up.
You're saying to your wife and your children that you've been right all along.
I'm going to mute you, Pete. I'm going to mute you for a second.
You've been right all along about everything, Rob has.
Yeah, you're not. But the simple fact that you really can't even formulate why you would never want to tell an 8-year-old kid or show him bodies jumping out of a building. I mean,
now,
it's just,
you brought my son into this.
Lost.
I'm simply relating things that happened in the past to you.
You brought Stephen. You always bring Stephen.
No, you brought, and you wanted to inquire about it. I answered you cordially, and I simply
never
related something that happened in the past. I didn't expect your judgment. What I expected was that you could tell me something about your relationship with your own family that you still have around.
Don't do that.
You're all
Don't
in love
tell him
and
anything. Whatever you do.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. You still never answered my main question. My main question was, why did it correlate that you said you've been in here for 10 years with the flat earth stuff? And you said 10 years ago is when you stopped seeing your son. So that's my question was, you don't think those things are connected?
Been fucking here for 10 years, man. Pretty much. Expecting transformation every new day. What the fuck?
There is no transformation. You're living in a fake reality, a made up psychosis. You're living in a madman's dream.
Okay, can I ask you this? Can a man become pregnant, Rob?
No, a biological male.
But there's lots of people who fucking would answer yes in your own category.
Calm down.
None of these people in here will ever say that a biological man.
All these people would answer yes. What on earth are you doing?
Take it easy, Jam. Take it easy. One of them damaged your mother's house and the other one damaged your fender. That you're going to spend a life cutting them down and going, you cut you down, you bastard.
Well, I'm not going to. I didn't spend a life doing it, but it didn't hurt my feelings.
Hang on. Just to explain the point, we've surely been through bad relationships. So what do you do with someone who's hurt you more directly or distinctly, like an ex-girlfriend or something? That's why I mentioned the missing ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I get over that quickly, though.
But you can't get over trees. I just hate the fuckers. They damaged my mom's shed, my fender. Hey, can I tell you why Jesus is 3-3 and tree? Funny enough, in Ireland, this is just known, right? I've said this many times, that we have a problem pronouncing our... actually, let me challenge you, Flamingo. Can you say 33 5 times? Just do that.
No, but... when
no, just do that because there'll be no problem to you.
So when I was working for the tree company,
can you say
we would literally have to go out to people's yards? Can Pete let someone else talk? So when I worked for the tree company, we would literally go out to people's yards and cut down limbs and stuff that people would legit call widow makers. Right? They're called widow makers for a reason because when Dad's out in the yard mowing the grass and the limb falls and hits him on the back of the head, it's over, right?
Sure.
So we legit calls to go out and cut down widowmakers.
Sure, I'm not disputing that, man. But can I ask you, because you reminded me, did you see that recent, if you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube Shorts. The guy actually, he suspected that the natural tree, which is over 200 years old or something, was going to fall. He actually captured the tree as it died on camera. That was amazing, man. But yes, I understand what you're saying. But don't you forget at the same time then, that man in a sense is encroached upon nature. So the tree is just doing what the tree does. We all love trees. Have you actually hugged a tree? Actually, you're fucking perfect to ask this question. You've never hugged a tree?
Well, yeah.
Only
But I
held a
clung to it for
chainsaw.
life. I didn't hug it like in a warm embrace.
Oh,
I
shit.
clung to it for
No.
safety.
There's a pine tree out the front here, and it's sort of in the neighbor's yard. But I love that tree. That tree loves me. I know it for a fact.
Yeah, I've never had that special bond with a tree.
Yeah. Maybe that's why you had 17 girlfriends before
I
you
mean, I've had that
transitioned
special
and
bond
married
with
your
a tomato
husband.
plant. I've had that bond with a tomato plant that I was growing, right? That I loved and cherished and talked to, stuff like that.
See, you're not thinking in the right sense. I think ultimately all ball earthers, and you're a ball earther, think that your destiny is bound, a train for nowhere. All of your efforts, all of your pain, all your suffering, ultimately, at the end of the day, amounts to nothing. Even in current consideration, where you don't know anyone and you're just left alone with your own thoughts. So that's your ultimate destiny. And I guess that's fine. I was in that situation myself. But there's a possibility that there's a different fucking game in play, man. And if you reject, that's what I think it means. If you reject God, God will reject you. It's like you won't embrace the truer nature. You've trusted people
What do you mean
like
reject
Albert
me?
Einstein.
What
You've
do you mean
trusted
by
people like
reject
Albert
me?
Einstein. You've trusted people like Stephen Dawkins, Stephen Hawkins, whatever the guy is. What is his name? Dawkins? Yeah.
Right,
Richard
but what
Dawkins,
do you
sorry.
mean
Richard
by
Dawkins.
reject me, though? You know what I mean? Like, do you think
Well,
there's
only
an
because
afterlife that we go to
yeah,
and experience,
you don't see.
immortality?
Yeah, no, you don't see God in everything, in nature. As you said, you never hugged a tree. All you did was cut down a tree. But you did that because you were employed to do that, right? That's not your true nature. The tree lives truthfully.
What the hell's that got to do with the question I just asked?
It has everything to do with it.
Can
Your
I ask the
mindset.
question again? Do you believe in afterlife? I'll make it simple. Like when I say when God rejects you, like how does he reject you? He doesn't allow you to go to his kingdom in heaven?
Yeah,
Is that
only
what you
because
believe
you
in?
don't. Yeah, only because you don't. You've specifically ruled out afterlife and your material essence and your immaterial essence, your consciousness or your soul or your spirit, whatever that may mean, dies according to your own mind and declaration. So yes, do I believe in afterlife? Man, I believe in a pre-life, afterlife. Man, this life itself is only like it's like the visible spectrum in terms of the greater spectrum of light and energy given to us by science. It's a tiny sliver, this life.
Right. Doesn't that seem like wishful thinking to you, though? Like, yeah, sure, we're going to die, but you know what? I'm going to live forever in the afterlife, so I don't care. It seems like
No, it doesn't.
a way to console your feelings of dying.
Yeah, but you see,
Like,
I know
sure,
I
I'm
live
going to
forever.
die,
I
but I
was a
will
ball
live forever
earther.
in the kingdom of God.
Yeah, but I was a ball earther. Have you considered that you mightn't be on a surface that's in motion? Did you ever experience the motion from the treetop?
No.
Right. Did you actually, you're a perfect person to answer.
When I was
Ask
in
Flamingo.
construction,
Did you ever
I
experience,
experienced
did you
emotion.
ever experience the curve from a treetop?
No. When I was in construction, I experienced emotions. Like I was proud of the work that I've done and how pretty the bathroom looked or the kitchen looked. Or, like I experienced emotions there. But cutting down trees, that was never. I guess you could say maybe because after we've cleaned out this person's backyard, it looks much better, right? There's more room for them to build a swing set or whatever.
Yeah, I reckon you're a Freemason. I reckon I can call out all of your limitations by asking you a few simple questions. Hey, Flamingo, you know what I said was the motion of the earth. But you went into emotion. Can you tell me what the relationship then is between the physical body and the motion of the spirit? Go ahead.
I don't differentiate, right? I think the
If
physical
you
body,
decide,
it's all
okay,
tied
let me.
together, right? I don't think they're separate entities, right? Your conscious and your physical body, I don't think they're separate. I think they're all tied together.
Are they part of a random sort of
I don't know that
evolutionary
answer.
blind process?
I don't know that answer.
Do you think that people who believe in God because they value life so much adore the idea of eternal life because they're so afraid to leave it behind? I'm not afraid to leave life
Well, yeah,
behind,
yeah,
man.
yeah. I think, well, because you believe there's something more at the end of this
No,
physical life.
no. I was never afraid when I was a pure ball earther, when I was purely into science, I was never afraid to leave this life. I didn't know what this life was ever about. And in a way, if I could go back, remember those wishes I talked about? But if I could go back, maybe I would wish, I'm not saying that I'm doing this, right? To go back to before I was a flat earther. Imagine that. To go back being a ball earther because at least there was some respite within non-existence because it was assured to me.
I tell you what, though, I have not rolled a joint in fucking like
You're
10
doing it
years,
now? I
dude.
love
And I
it.
just rolled one, and it is not. It's
Excellent.
not.
Hey,
I mean,
let's spark
it's
up
still gonna
together,
smoke,
Flamingo.
but it's not the prettiest joint you ever see.
Don't worry about that. Hey, bud, I have one in my hand here. Let's spark up together. You know I love you, Flamingo Boot. You know I love you, man. Forget about all of these contrarian interactions.
I feel
Hey,
the same
on
about you,
three,
Pete.
on
Even though
three.
you're
Have you
fucking
got a
wicked
lighter?
annoying, you're still all right with me.
Hey, anyone who has a joint in their hand has a lighter. On three, let's spark up. 3, 2,
Well,
1,
no,
go,
because I'm waiting
baby.
for the wifey to come down and partake
Oh
with me
shit.
when we're gonna go watch Sinners.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck you then. I'm gonna do this.
I did not. Never mind. I'll stay.
I hear
Oh, that's great. I'm
what's his
actually.
name? Michael B. Jordan could win an Oscar for this performance, so I want to go see what it's all about.
Oh,
I
that's great.
watched
Will
it
your wife?
before, but I was drunk and fucked up, and I don't remember. So I told the old lady, "Let's watch it again," and she wants to come down and watch it again. So we're
Hey,
gonna smoke this joint, and we're gonna watch fucking Sinners.
hey, does your wife? Does
But this
wifey?
joint is
You know.
fucked up. It is not pretty. There's no
Yeah, but
holes
man,
in it,
just
but it's
just
just not like
massage it in
tightly
your
rolled.
fingers. Take it easy. Take it easy as you prepare. Does your wife take a toke of it as well?
You know,
Wifey,
I think it's
I
the
would just say.
paper. I bought these rolls, these slow burning organic papers, and they're long. I remember joints were shorter. So now I used extra weed to fill out the whole joint, right? And then I was
Oh,
like, I
that.
remember when we used to get tops or zigzags? The top papers
Yeah.
were the best in my opinion. I used to love the tops paper. I don't know if you guys
Just
have
fucking.
tops over there.
I'm
You
talking
got
about this
tops in
shit.
Ireland?
Yeah, but yeah, my
I
man,
got
I
those
smoke
zigzags.
rollies. I smoke tobacco, right? So I just roll.
What?
If I want to do a tree skinner, I'd use single skins. But the
Well,
question I asked you,
what's the brand
you
name of
roll a
the
million
tobacco?
joints, make it work. Make it
Bugle?
work, man.
What's the brand name of the tobacco you roll? The Bugle or like we have tops here in America.
Oh no, I have I use amber leaf tobacco. But here's the point: don't be
Cumberleaf,
worrying
huh?
about the joint. Don't be worrying about it. You can roll a joint. You've been rolling joints before. I just asked you: is your wife, wifey, is she a smoker as well?
No, but she'll hit the joint once or twice. You know,
Oh, that's
once
excellent,
every
man.
blue moon,
And
right?
that's all I was asking you. Tonight's that night. Excellent. Hey, listen to this. Listen to this, man. Just briefly. It's such a sad story, honestly, but I'll keep it brief. Alcohol is made fucking the only legal drug here. Alcohol fucks women up. I'm telling you, man. It not in the sense for their own purity, but it lets them let the what do you call it down, and others to take advantage of it. But my son's mom Sarah, she never smoked weed, and she sort of tolerated me doing it, but she never participated. One night she decided to have a few tokes, and man. She was the fucking funniest person ever. She also figured out all of like Dynamo, who's an equivalent to David Copperfield, magician, all of his tricks in quick time. I couldn't believe it. It shows you the difference on the mind that cannabis can have over alcohol, is what it taught me anyway. But have a great night, Flamingo. Have a great night, and make sure you ask your wifey, is she a flat earther? Women know best. I'm telling you, if we all went to school and women were taught mathematics, physics, chemistry, science, or focus on that, and we were on home economics or whatever else, women would never swallow the shit that men swallowed from Einstein or fucking Newton or what do you call it, Stephen Hawkers especially. They'd go, what the fuck is that guy in a wheelchair telling me about the fucking speed and rotation and nature of something that's trillions of miles away? Get the fuck out of here. Women know better. Mother Earth. Actually, like crying right now, actually. Hey, you might need to redo that joint, Flamingo, but remember one thing, in this moment, you were there with the Queen of the Universe, your wife, at this present time. Oh yeah, take advantage in the sense that she knows best. Ask her about Flat Earth. Ask her about what she really fucking thinks.
I can come along and kick the shit out of you and take your imaginary wife away.
Yeah, I can admit I've lost a fight, dude.
Okay, so hold on. Before I answer your question,
Because any man is going to fight for his woman. So the fact that you would even say that tells me everything. You're a little wiener. I mean, yes.
Doctor.
No, let the Canadian
because
do
I have
it.
to go in a couple seconds. That's fine. The Earth, the atmosphere isn't the entirety of the Earth. So that's like saying you're made of hair because you have hair on your head.
This
That's
is
idiotic.
Semantic in an effort to avoid addressing the real point. You're getting lost in semantics here. You know full well what I meant when I said the Earth was cyclonic, and if you didn't, it's been well clarified by this point.
No. No, I
Absolutely
didn't.
negatively
And I
not.
still will say it's not cyclonic. So nobody will call it cyclonic except for you, and that shows. Now, Phil, you may rip him to shreds.
Cyclonic because it generates cyclones due to the Earth's rotation.
So can you? No, that's absolutely not what that is absolutely not what generates cyclones. What generates cyclones?
That's its root cause.
No, it's not its root cause. The root cause of cyclones is pressure differentials due to temperature inequalities.
Do you know what causes those pressure differentials? The rotation of the planet.
No, it's temperature inequalities. It's the fact that there is low pressure because of high temperature rising and low pressure because of cold air descending. That's what causes cyclones.
There's a chain of causality involved here, and at the base is the rotation of the planet. Without
no, it's not, sir. No, it's absolutely not. Trust me, I'm an earth science with formal training in climate physics, and you're just lying here, sir. It's not to do with rotation. It's to do with temperature disequilibrium.
Okay, then why don't we get cyclones in eyeball planets?
Careful, Phil. That's argument.
I beg your pardon?
Why don't we get cyclones? Why haven't we observed any evidence of cyclones on eyeball planets that are tidally locked to red dwarf stars?
I don't believe we have any evidence regarding. I don't believe we have any observational evidence of weather systems on exoplanets. So your claim that there are no such weather systems strikes me as unsubstantiated. Where is your evidence of weather system analysis on exoplanets?
Tony, my lad, have you heard of the Coriolis effect?
Yes, I have.
That is a direct consequence of the Earth's rotation, is it not?
Yes.
Therefore, the atmosphere is a factor and a cause of cyclones and their rotation.
No. So the Coriolis effect does determine the direction of rotation, yes, but it also determines the direction of winds. If you are in a high pressure system and you're looking out, the winds will generally go to your right in the northern hemisphere and go to your left in the southern hemisphere due to Coriolis effects. Yes, and we can confirm this with ocean gyres and other, we can measure it with the dropping of objects down very deep mine shafts, for instance. We can measure the effect of Coriolis on them as they drift eastward. So yes, we can measure these effects. What's your point?
Because it stands to reason that if the Earth is rotating in the northern hemisphere, it's going in one direction, the southern hemisphere, it's going in the other. It stands to reason that if there was no rotation at all, it wouldn't be going in any direction at all.
That doesn't follow at all. There are multiple errors in your syllogism. That we have a dominant effect that is due to Earth rotation that swamps all of the minor effects doesn't mean that minor effects that would cause weather system rotation don't exist. That's not a valid syllogism.
It's strange to hear a flat earther who doesn't believe in the globe Earth arguing about Coriolis effect and its influence on weather systems in different hemispheres. It seems very strange.
It does seem very strange. Do you concede, sir, that we have observational evidence? Do you concede, sir, that we have direct observational measurements of the rotation of the Earth?
No, I'm granting a globe Earth here in order to discredit it.
Okay, so let me rephrase the question. Do you deny that there have been experiments performed which purport to detect Earth rotation?
Yes, it's been purported. That's correct.
Okay. Do you agree that these purported experiments, many of them, use vastly different physical principles?
Could you clarify what that means?
Yes, so some of them use ring laser gyroscopes, some of them use matter wave gyroscopes, some of them use magneto-levitation gyroscopes, some of them use mechanical gyroscopes, some of them use superfluid gyroscopes. There's also a thing called the Compton generator. There's another experiment called Foucault's pendulum. All of these things, their operating principles are very, very distinct. A ring laser gyroscope uses lasers. A matter wave gyroscope measures the Sagnac effect using propagating clouds of Bose-Einstein condensate and measuring the wave function interference pattern. That's a very different physical phenomenon, right?
But do you know who is manufacturing these gyroscopes?
So you're going to have to repeat your question. There was some interference.
Do you know who's manufacturing these gyroscopes, little boy?
Yes.
Oh,
little boy.
Little boy.
He's off his meds, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's one of the quaint things that people think that calling me names is the way to get me upset. It absolutely isn't.
But
yes, I do know who is manufacturing these gyroscopes. Yes.
Can you list the manufacturers and brands and all of the manufacturers and brands that are responsible for the components that go into them?
I already told you this. The Compton gyroscopes are generated by Ice Cube.
Well, it varies from gyroscope to gyroscope, right? But certainly many of them are manufactured by the researchers who are listed on the papers in which they're published. Would you like me to read their names to you?
No, because that would be
What's with the pop quiz, though? Seriously, little boy. What's with the pop quiz?
Are
you doubting Professor's abilities here?
That's an argument of authority.
No, and you can't even. The fact that you can't even get the fallacy right shows us exactly where you're coming from. That would be an argument from authority, and arguments from authority are not actually fallacies. When you're talking, and I'm still in the middle of speaking. Arguments from authority are not fallacies when we're discussing physical sciences, because people who have more qualifications, more training, and more understanding of the evidence are widely accepted to better understand what they're discussing than people who do not have these things. It is not the case, however, that somebody who lacks a qualification is necessarily ignorant. But they will have to demonstrate their familiarity with the topic to the satisfaction of subject matter experts.
Is that supposed to amuse me, little boy?
No.
Honestly, you were ranting quite single-mindedly there, and it was very difficult to keep track of. I think Sean G made a very valid comment. That
Your intellectual incapacity is not my problem.
Well, I think Sean G will agree with me.
Stop with the ad hom, guys. Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
So do you concede the existence of the physical phenomenon of western boundary current intensification?
Now you're intentionally trying to bewilder me with academic lingo.
Well, you could easily look up western boundary current intensification. Currents on continent side currents on the western side of oceans are typically vastly stronger and more intense than their corresponding eastern counterparts. So, for instance, the Gulf Stream off the east coast of the United States, or the Kuroshio Stream off the east coast of Japan and Asia. These are very, very strong current streams, but you will notice that there aren't correspondingly strong currents on the other side of the ocean basins. There are currents there, but they're vastly weaker.
That's due to the rotation of the Earth, which is why they're on the east and not the west.
Exactly so. So let us assume that the Earth is flat. What is the explanation for these boundary currents?
The sun and the moon circle above in the sky at a constant altitude. They have notable radiation effects on the atmosphere going from east to west, and that is what causes it. That energizes. Have you heard of thermal expansion in the atmosphere? When a gas is heated, it tends to expand. It wants to expand.
Just a quick update, PhD Tony.
I beg your pardon?
Tony, sorry, just a quick update. My 17-year-old daughter thinks it's amusing that a 22-year-old uneducated prick is trying to school you on your field of expertise.
What's up with the ad hom?
Thank you. It's amusing to me too. But yes, I am familiar with thermal expansion, and let me show you why that isn't the explanation. Because we know that the sun spends approximately half the year in the southern hemisphere and half the year in the northern hemisphere. Therefore, we would expect the current dynamics to be governed by solar effect. If they are governed by solar effects, then they too should move southwards and northwards following the trajectory of the sun. This is not what we observe when we do studies of these phenomena. So we can disprove any correlation between solar position and these ocean dynamic effects. Not all ocean dynamic effects, but these particular effects show no correlation, no significant correlation with the position of the sun. So would you like to try again?
Can you prove that?
Yes, I just said so.
You just read a script off the internet, is what you did.
No, I didn't. Because unlike you, I have actually studied Earth's shape, Earth's gravity field, and indeed its climate dynamics professionally. So I don't need to go to Google to actually look up this material. It's right here in my bald, bald, scraggly bonds. So let's try this again. Are you conceding now that your proposed explanation for western boundary current intensification does not meet with reality?
I am not going to take your word for it. Sorry.
Okay. What is your evidence? What is your evidence contradicting what I just said?
Well, you're the one making the positive claim.
No, you're making the positive claim that I'm wrong. So, and I want to know on what basis you're making that claim.
No, you're making the positive claim about this Western current thing. I am simply denying it and saying I don't believe it. Therefore, the burden of proof is on you, Sonny Jimbo.
No, it isn't, sir, because that's not how epistemology works. Epistemology works. You have to have some reason for coming to your conclusions about fact claims. You have to have some evidentiary basis for coming to your conclusion. If you are admitting that you don't, that says something about you that I would like you to state out loud, which is to say that you just decide what you want to believe and you don't care what the evidence says.
In other words, and in a much simpler way, if you're going to come into the argument this way, you're showing that you're arguing in bad faith.
Right.
I would argue that the Globe Earth supporters on this chat are arguing in bad faith because I'm being utterly dogpiled ever since I joined.
Then why are you here?
So bad behavior from others engaging in conversation with you is not the same as engaging in bad faith. You are behaving in such a way to where you are frustrating conversation and making it not possible to sustain a conversation because you are unwilling to engage in a way that shows that you have any basis for the things that you claim, and you're doing it on purpose. That's bad faith. Multiple people wanting to speak with you is radically different, and it's very, very telling that you're doing this. Why don't you just behave like a good little boy and stop using bad tactics?
So now you're being patronizing.
Can I just say this?
Sorry. I just want to address the blatant hypocrisy there. Didn't you call me little boy multiple times during our discussion?
I called you Sonny Jimbo.
May I interject?
I didn't call you anything. I've never used any diminutive term, any condescending term towards you. So I want to know why you're complaining about it now when you did it to me unprovoked. So why is it suddenly unfair to do it to you when you did it to somebody else?
Fair enough. May I just make a point? One point. And I'll duck out.
There's an example. I wasn't even given a chance to respond because of the dogpiling. Do you see?
Right, just let him answer. Go ahead and answer.
Fair enough. I just want to make
Sean G, would you like to potentially speak up? Because I think you have some valid points to bring forward.
No, I'd like you to answer.
No, you're addressing the fact that you called PhD Tony a little boy more than once when he hasn't called you anything. That's what you're addressing.
I want to make a point. There's two types of ad hom, really.
There we go. Once again, the dogpiling.
Arlo, just let him answer, please. Answer, PhD Tony.
I would like to formally apologize for calling you a little boy. That was in the heat of the moment, okay? And I do fully acknowledge that I spoke in slight hypocrisy at the very least when I became upset when confronted with the same insult. So yes, that is on me.
Okay. The truth is, I don't care what names people call me. I've been called far worse, but it's the hypocrisy of you doing that and then turning around and calling other people up. But you've apologized for that. We can move on.
Can I just make a real quick side point and then I'll shut up?
Probably not, Arlo.
Sure. All right. I'll be patient.
I think that was just flippant. Arlo, you should say what you want to say.
All right. There's only two. There's really, and this is just my thoughts. There's two types of ad